everyone, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. I make faith-related videos on all sorts of different topics, and today I'm going to be talking about social media influence. So my question to you guys is, do you actually believe that social media influences you? So I just want to tell you guys a quick story. The other day, I was at a friend's house and I was watching a cooking show. You know, one of those where they like compete against each other to see like who's the best baker or whatever. And as I was watching that show, I began thinking, oh, I wonder if I were on that show, what flavors I would combine. I wonder if I would win and how I would do. And that was the weirdest thing because I've never really been that interested in baking. Like beyond making, you know, a brownie from a brownie mix, like I'm not really that interested in baking. So in that moment, as I was sitting there watching that show, I realized that that show had influenced me. It had influenced my thought process in some way that was now making me want to be on that show. It was making me want to bake and combine flavors and everything like that. Mind you, I was only watching that show for like 20 minutes. So my question to you guys is, if a show in 20 minutes time, like a show that I wasn't even that invested in, had the power to influence me, how much more do hours and hours of social media, like scrolling through our feeds and everything, have the power to influence us? And I feel like a lot of times I want to, ignore the fact that it doesn't influence me, but the truth is it does influence all of us to some extent. And the more and more time we spend on it, the more power it has to influence us. So just two disclaimers that I want to talk about before I start into the tips that I want to give you guys is I don't think it's at all wrong to have a beautiful Instagram account, to post Instagram-worthy pictures or have a theme on your profile at all. I don't think it's bad. I do the same thing. I just want to share a couple tips with you guys today that sort of to keep in mind as you scroll through your feeds. A second disclaimer is this really isn't a video about how to spend less time on social media, because honestly, that's something that I really struggle with right now, and I'm really trying to spend less time on social media right now. So maybe I'll make a video about that later, but today that's not really going to be about that. I just really want to give you guys a couple things to keep in mind as you scroll through your feeds today, so you are kind of controlling how much these things are influencing you. Number one, whenever you see a picture of someone, it is the absolute best part of their life. They are posting their highlights, and that, once again, is completely normal. I do that as well. I post my absolute best pictures where I think I look the best, and I just want to show people, the most beautiful parts of my life. But that makes it totally unfair for you to be comparing your lowest lows to someone's highest highs. Obviously, you are never going to measure up. Obviously, your bad days are never going to look like someone's absolute best days. So stop comparing yourself and just keep in mind that is the absolute best part of that person's life. Number two, it is just a snapshot of a whole life. It is just a moment. A lot of times when I see a picture, I almost think in my head, that is what their day looked like. If they're smiling in a field of flowers, then they spent their day like that. But really, that's ridiculous. That's just a snapshot of their life. It's not even a whole day of their lives. Like you have no idea what they may have been going through that day. They may have been having a really bad day, but they posed really quickly and took a quick snapshot, and that's what they showed on Instagram. They didn't show maybe the brokenness or the hard parts of their life. And once again, I'm not saying that they need to, but that's just something to keep in mind as you're scrolling. Number three, it may not even be a picture of today. So I don't know about you guys, but I follow several people who every single day or every other day, they're posting a beautiful picture of them and, a photo shoot or something with a beautiful background and high quality and everything. Well, guys, I hate to break it to you, but that picture probably did not happen like every single day they're taking a photo shoot. Very unlikely. Just saying, very few people go frolicking through a field like 3 times a week, even if that's what their Instagram looks like. But just something to keep in mind, if someone is constantly, showing these beautiful pictures of them, they may have taken that months ago and they're just now choosing to show that. For all you know, they could be sick in bed with the flu, like eating chicken soup all day and posting a picture of them frolicking in a field of flowers. So just something to keep in mind. And number four, just a little tip that I like to do is to read one longer caption. So usually long captions would annoy me, and in the past I would just scroll past them and I would be annoyed that someone wrote a blog post on their Instagram account. But as I started really thinking about it, I realized that I always told myself that the reason I had social media was to connect with other people. And if they had taken the time to write something down, to share their heart, then why wasn't I reading that? That was truly connecting with them. That was something that they wanted to share. So why shouldn't I read something about their life? And usually I've noticed in longer captions, people are really sharing their heart. They may even be sharing how God is working on them spiritually, and that may take a little bit of a longer caption. And so I've always noticed that longer captions, even if they're paired with a beautiful photo, a lot of times people are more vulnerable in their captions. I'm not saying you need to spend time on every single long caption you come across, but sometimes reading those is helpful, and that's what really helps you connect with people. Number 5, my last little tip, is follow one encouraging Instagram account. In a world of just, showing our best parts, it's really nice to follow an Instagram account, and there's tons of them out there that share, either Bible verses or just inspiring quotes, or just someone who is very honest and vulnerable with their Instagram account. And there are a lot of people who do that. So if you find yourself constantly scrolling through people's lives who looked perfect, then maybe try to find one encouraging account, or maybe an account that you follow for a hobby or something like that. And a lot of times that helps me give a break between all the beautiful photos that I'm seeing, and it's just really encouraging. I like to follow ones that post Bible verses, or people that have blogs, and then I can go and read their blog. That's very encouraging throughout the day instead of just wasting my time on social media, just mindlessly scrolling. So those are my tips for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and share this channel with your friends, and I will see you guys next week.